Okay, quick walkthrough and demo of the Tesla Charger setup for the TesLorean. So that is the battery out of the Chevy Spark. Contains 4 A123 modules. Has a nominal of about 370 volts. This is my Arduino, which is my battery control module, plus a set of relays that throw a bunch of contactors that are inside the neck of the battery, which you can see just underneath there. There's a contactor set, pre-charged circuits and so on underneath. That's just a little power distribution module. There's some flyback diodes to protect the Arduino. This is the laptop, pretty old thing, but it's running battery control module software that's serial monitor under the Arduino code. And then here is the simple charger stuff, which is a version of the Gen2 Tesla Charger software that you find open source. And then I simplified it down by stripping out all the non-US, non-single phase stuff so that I could debug it properly, because I was having issues getting the charger running. There's my little voltmeter on the DC side. There's my EVSE. It is 40 amp, 220 volt. The plug there is from a smart car. There it goes into my high voltage junction box. Here you can see the earth connection coming off the EVSE. The neutral and the live are here, and then somewhere there, that little white wire there, that is the pilot signal. And down here, out of different wires, there's the proximity signal. And I think these are temperature detectors for the plug, but I haven't messed with those. What else have I got? There's the two battery connections coming in, battery negative, battery positive. There's my voltmeter connections. Here you can see the earth strap coming off the case of the high voltage junction box. There's that other cord there. That's just a battery charger setup for that the Chevy battery module has, but it's not used in this case. There's the Gen2 Charger, and it's connected to the laptop using a USB, which is why it's got that little light on at the minute. What else have we got? A couple of connections coming out of the charger. So you've got, not using the CAN at the minute, the proximity and the pilot signal go in that way. Then let me walk around a little bit. Okay, show you the setup on the other side. So there's the battery control module again. That's the power lines running to the battery control module that I just said. It doesn't really use that much. Here's my 12 volt battery and the switch. And I've got a fuse, 15 amp fuse over here. All the ground connections, the ground connection from the EVSE, the two cases for the charger and the high voltage junction box, the ground that's needed for the contactors, which is there, the ground that's needed for the charger power itself is here, and that's the ground cable that runs back to the battery again. They all run to this ground bar, which is, I think, has been one of the critical pieces of getting this to work right, is not confusing the grounds for the charger or complicating the grounds. So over here I've got the power from the battery comes in through that fuse, 15 amps, goes into that little block, goes directly into the charger, and then the input 1 or in 1 line would be the ignition on signal to the charger. And then the red clip goes out to the battery control module, and the contactor powers the contactors with 12 volts. What else we got there? There's nothing else too interesting, I don't think. That's Damien's version 2 or Gen 2 version 3 card, and that again is a Gen 2 charger. So let's just run the test and see how. Okay, back over at the laptop again. So the way this is done, so I go to close the contactors. Here all that clicking was the high voltage battery activating. So it's now shown up at the high voltage junction box. Next up, we just why does that? Here's, hopefully you can see that. There's one module is activated. You can see it by the light over there, the one module, and you can see the DC current is showing up at about 8 amps DC and about 13 point something amps AC. Put a stop to that. Change it to 1, 2, 3 modules. Modules 1, 2, and 3. Restart. Okay, see the 3 modules light up. The first click, second click. Not resetting, which is really nice because that's what they've been doing for a very, very long time. And there you can see that they're about 13 amps AC per module. Remember, I've got a 40 amp EVSE, and I'm getting about 7.5 something DC amps per module. So there we go.